in studio, the Willow. You can check out our show. It is on the CW17. It airs weekdays at 7 a.m. She is the Willow. Willow, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I'm excited about your show. You are on Facebook. You are on Twitter. You can find her there. She is the Willow. How long have you been practicing yoga?
I've been practicing since I was really young. I think since I was about 12 or 13 years old, I started practicing and teaching shortly after that.
Shortly after
15 years old.
Now, I'm in my 20s, and I've given yoga a few shots, but teaching shortly thereafter, that is quite impressive. What got you into yoga? Because for me, at least, it is difficult. Did you find it easy from early on?
I did. Yes, I totally got it. I was inspired by not only the movement, but the breathing. You know, in life we don't often breathe right. We become stressed out and we become chest breathers. And I really love that part of just learning to breathe again. Not so much of the mystical part, none of the chanting or anything, just the regular yoga, the stretching, the breathing, the being in the present moment really attracted me to it.
Do you go a day without yoga?
No, it's part of my daily practice, part of my morning routine ritual. Also meditation, so that goes hand in hand. I have a practice that I do. I set the tone to my day to be, really happy and joyful. So yoga is a big part of that, and just stretching, keeping elongated, and oxygen flowing in every part of me. So I can be truly alive every day and vital.
I love it. The Willow joining us in studio right here for Miller on Sports. Her show airs weekdays at 7 a.m. on the CW17. Check it out if you have not. Now, I have to ask you this. You are from Jacksonville, correct? Are you from this area?
Yes. But I went to school in Colorado. I have traveled extensively abroad.
So wherever you go, you are practicing yoga.
Yes. Definitely.
Wow, that is impressive. The Willow in studio. I've got to ask, when did the idea for the show come about? How long have y'all been on air?
We are on our third month.
Third month. That is very cool. The Willow joining us in studio. You can find her and the show on Facebook and Twitter and check it out and learn more. On Facebook, I saw that you're very interactive with the fans of the show and everything. They really seem to like this daily message that you tie into the TV show. Right. How do you go about choosing a message? Because I've got to think that's probably one of the hardest parts, right?
It seems that way to others, but to me it flows easy because since I was young, I've been writing poetry on these themes. So about being happy, and that we're meant to be happy as human beings. And so the themes of forgiveness and strength and being in the moment and, straying from negativity and moving towards positivity is something I've always been thinking about since I was young. I've just been pouring it out. So I have years worth of material that now I get to materialize. So I do it through each theme. So each episode has a theme that's threaded through each episode. So it's very interesting. Never seen anything like it, and I'm so honored to be a part of it.
I love it. You can check out the Willow CW17. It airs weekdays at 7 a.m. And even just your voice, it's like a willow almost. I love it. A pretty voice right here for Miller on Sports. It is AM 1600 WZNZ. Now, I'm thinking of the theme, the message tied in with all the, are they called postures or poses? What's the proper nomenclature?
Postures. A lot of people use that.
Postures?
But,
okay.
Poses sometimes.
Okay, see, I'm kind of new to this. You need to help me out a little bit.
If you'd like to, since there's enough room, we can do some yoga right here if you'd like to.
Maybe during the break.
Okay.
What excuse would you accept? Maybe my back hurting?
No, I won't accept it because I can fix it.
You can fix the Willow right here for Miller on Sports in studio. I'm loving it. How do you pair up the daily message with the postures or poses? Is there a method to that?
Yes, definitely. For things like, I did one recently on the heart and everything from how many times it beats in a day to its power and how, we can love from it. There's a great power in the heart. So I do a lot of postures that are heart opening. So that works for that. And then also there's more of like strength, and we did one on champions and being heroes. So that one was more intense with the postures.
I've got to tell you, I was watching episode 1, which I can't remember the theme for it, but the way you talk and move and breathe, and you say expand your lungs and your chest now, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I could speak while doing any of that. That really is a talent that you have.
Thank you so much. I think a lot of people in life say that when you're in the moment, when you're in the zone, like athletes are, it's almost like it's being channeled through you rather than you having to do it. So when I'm up there on stage, something just comes over me, and I'm in my being, and I'm in the moment, and it's easy for me. I don't think about it. It's not difficult at all. It's easy.
It definitely comes off that way. We're talking with the Willow right here on AM 1600 WZNZ. It is Miller on Sports. You bring up athletes, and we see with professional athletes, they're always trying to gain that advantage, whether it's watching game film, going into the weight room. We see some taking ballet, tap dancing, or even yoga. Is that something that you come across where athletes say, Willow, I need your help. I'm just not playing well enough. What do I need to do?
All the time. Throughout my life. It is one of the best cross-training tools that athletes can use, especially football players, because they need that. They're stagnant. The moves that they do, and they're constantly compressing. Yoga makes them open up.
That is one thing. I go into the locker room often enough. I don't know if I'm going to use that phrase stagnant to a football player after a loss. I love it. Willow joining us in studio right here from Miller on Sports. Do check out our CW17 show. It airs weekdays at 7 a.m. Very impressive. You've been around yoga for a number of years. I'm just very, very cool how you've been a part of it from such an early age. And I'm sure you've seen it grow and develop immensely. Did you expect yoga to grow as much as it has, say, over the last decade?
Not so much in the United States. I think people get it. Even in Peru, it was a relatively new thing. So yes, I've seen it growing. I didn't think it'd grow like wildfire like this, which it's very exciting. And there's all different kinds opening up. And mine, because I'm very excited about energy movement, Tai Chi and Qigong, which is from Asia, China. I incorporate that as well. So you'll see yoga and also me moving into Tai Chi, working with our energy. So I've sort of created my own style.
And with Tai Chi, correct me if I'm wrong, it's more of that flowing motion. So it seems like it's a perfect complement to yoga.
It is. It's working with breath and movement and realigning more of the energy centers. When yoga is very physical, and it's realigning the body.
Where is my energy center? Can you find it?
I love it. It's great.
Where is it? Do I need to open my heart more or something?
No, you're doing great.
Okay, my energy.
Your heart is
good.
open. I feel it.
The heart is open. That is the best compliment I've received today. The Willow joining us in studio. You can find her and the show on Facebook and Twitter. Check it out. Learn more. And the response has been tremendous. Do you have people coming up to you saying, "I only start my day by watching your show"?
Yes, I have. And also from the Facebook, sometimes I have to read the postings like 4 or 5 times to even believe that it's actually real. A few recently, some wonderful woman, so beautiful, just is recovering from brain surgery, sort of, got lost, and then started watching my show and said that it inspired her to live and move. And she writes in that she's just run 1.5 miles for the first time in years, and because of me. And there's so many exclamation points that I've never seen so many. So it's brought a lot of tears, but it's my intention with the show. So it's happening, it's manifesting. But even though I intentionalize and it's happening, it's still very surreal to see that I'm impacting people so beautifully and profoundly.
Well, that has to be an example or a case of where you see that, and initially you're thinking, gosh, I can't imagine, I have this impact on somebody's life. But then when you have one of your shows in the morning, it airs on CW17 at 7 a.m., and you're shooting it, and you're just getting this energy of, yeah, this is who I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for so-and-so. I'm doing it for this person so that they can maybe achieve some goals or move forward and be productive and enjoy their life.
Right, exactly.
We're talking with the Willow right here on AM 1600. WZNZ. Do you have a favorite theme? Is there one theme that you've had or a show that you've done and you've thought, oh, that was just so much fun? Maybe heart energy or anything?
I like perseverance a lot. I just did a story on that. Tom McManus, I did a show with him called Tenacity, and he was on the show, and it was very powerful. So those stick out. Persevering, being tenacious, living just with no fear.
I like it. I like it a lot. The Willow joining us in studio from Miller on Sports. The show is The Willow. It airs weekdays at 7 a.m. on the CW17, encompassing all things yoga, including flowing postures, threaded with a daily message. Joining us in studio is The Willow. You can check out our show, The Willow, on CW17. It airs weekdays at 7 a.m. Also find her and the show on Facebook and Twitter. Once again, thank you, Willow, for joining us today.
You're so welcome.
Now, I have good energy. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm making you smile and laugh. I feel like I'm doing a good job so far.
You are, definitely.
Okay, all right, good. Now, we've talked about you can't go a day without practicing yoga. Is it practicing yoga?
Yes.
Okay, practicing yoga. Now, for someone like me, I might look like I'm in decent shape, but I want to get in better shape. I want to eat better. I want to erase maybe any stress or anxiety that's there. What is the most basic way that I can get started in yoga?
Just beginning. That's the key to everything, is just starting. So the yoga postures that I do are all for beginners to intermediate. So you can take it up a notch, but you would be happy just going in and trying it. You'd be successful.
Okay.
I know it.
All right. And I noticed you didn't crack a smile, so you're telling the truth.
Yes, I am. I am.
All right, that's good. All right.
Yes.
I feel much better. My comfort level is definitely much better. I appreciate that. Now, most people have time constraints due to either work or family. They're extremely busy. Is there a time frame? I guess the show is what, 22, 23 minutes or
Yes.
so, or it's 7 to 7:30.
Exactly.
And is there that perfect amount that you can get a yoga session in? Say that maybe 30 minutes is too much time, and you've got to get the kids ready for school.
Right.
You've got to get the clothing ready, or whatever, laundry. Right. It all kind of adds up. How much time do you feel like is a good yoga session?
I think 20 minutes if possible, but even if you have the 5-minute segment to do, you will receive a benefit from it.
And just break it down into intervals of 4 or 5 minute sessions.
Definitely.
Very
Or,
cool.
if you can't make it in the morning, just listening. That's a lot of our viewers say they just listen as they're getting the kids ready, and it changes their day because they're hearing the message. Or you can, do the yoga and hear the message. Or you can DVR it and watch it in the evening and just have time and just make it happen.
Well, that last one, that's what I've done. I put it on the DVR, and I definitely checked it out. And I was watching the first episode this morning. It was definitely quite enjoyable. Now, I was wondering about this as well. The Willow joining us in studio. You can check out our show on the CW17. It airs weekdays at 7 a.m. Matthew Driscoll comes on the show every Wednesday at 4:20. He's a head coach out at UNF, the men's basketball program.
Right.
He told me to tell you this, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
He said, upward dog, downward dog, eagle, crow, warrior 1, 2, 3, and then Om, he said 3 of them. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. It's a fun sequence.
Okay, he said he was doing that at the beach this morning, and I thought you might
That's
know.
funny. I like that.
I had no clue. I thought it was maybe a cheat to like an Xbox video game.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't Om so much, but just people they don't understand what Om is, but you're just making that voice with you're making that sound, and it's sort of like an inner vibration. And it causes like an inner massage.
Okay.
So if you think about it that way, it's not so strange, and it's kind of fun to do.
Okay, I'm gonna practice it off air. Okay. It's
Me too.
It's kind of like the yoga postures. Nobody really knows that we did not spend about 5 minutes, with the downward dog, upward dog, and all that fun stuff. The Willow joining us in studio. It is AM 1600 WZNZ. I was checking out your Facebook page a little bit earlier today. You can check it out, Sunrise with the Willow, this afternoon. I saw a couple of postings, very inspirational, like you said. But last week you spoke at a night in the village. It benefits the Monique Burr Foundation for Children. How did that go?
It was wonderful. It was incredible to speak for such a cause, a great cause. So the Monique Burr Foundation benefits children that have been abused, and also it's an anti-bullying campaign. So it's making great strides in those efforts, creating heroes. So it was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity.
Do you have anything else planned? Because that's a big thing. A night at the Village, it was out at the beach. I guess it was outside of Roy's?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Anything else planned? I know the Players' Championship's coming up. Are you going to be out there?
Yes, I definitely will be out there.
Awesome. I like it. The Willow joining us in studio for Miller on Sports. I've got to ask you this. I enjoy the occasional chocolate bar.
Yes.
Snickers is my favorite.
Okay.
Okay, so it's... I can't get away from it. Can I still do yoga and eat a Snickers bar? Is
Yes,
that okay?
of course. Yes, of course. Yoga is about finding your inner joy, opening up, being in the present moment. We're often living in the past. We're thinking about the past or the future, and then when are we living? So it's about centering yourself and being happy and whatever makes you happy.
Can I also call frozen yogurt my inner joy?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can. It has great things in it. And so I would steer you towards maybe dark chocolate over 70%.
What does that mean?
Cacao?
I don't ever look at the label.
Okay, all right.
I just if it says chocolate, I'm eating it.
Okay, that's good.
So
I would recommend organic.
Organic, okay.
Over 70% cacao.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a great benefit to the heart, the cardiovascular system, and your health.
Okay, I want to keep that up because earlier you said it was pretty good. My energy and my heart, all that fun stuff is definitely pretty good. It is Miller on Sports on this Wednesday afternoon. The Willow joining us in studio. You can see her show every weekday, 7 a.m. on the CW17. You said earlier that your favorite show was a Perseverance one, which is just excellent. I know a lot of people use that in their daily life, and especially seeing all the feedback on Facebook. Is there a message or maybe quote you have for today, people on their drive home, or something that maybe after their show, if they're going to watch it tonight, that you can kind of give them a message?
Right. I would tell everyone out there that they are infinite and they have boundless opportunities ahead of them. They just have to believe in themselves. See it before they do it. So see the vision in your mind and let go of negative obstacles in the way.
I like it quite a bit. We know what the professional athletes are always working on their craft, and I'm sure you are as well. How many hours a day do you practice yoga?
At least 60 minutes, at least an hour.
That's not. Now, what's the most that you might practice yoga?
90, anywhere upwards of 90, but usually capping out about 90 minutes, an hour and a half.
Is that one of those things where you can almost do too much, where you might overexert yourself? Because these postures that you're doing, I can't even touch my toes. I'm not going to do it now, but it'd be embarrassing. Can you overexert yourself with yoga sometimes?
Well, I feel in everything you can overexert. If you have, the whole like a whole pack of Snickers, you'll feel that. But if you do like a whole bag of the little ones, or so it's all about how you feel. Your body is a beautiful machine, and it'll tell you when you're doing too much, and you just need to listen to it. So yoga in itself attunes you more to your body. You're more one in a tune. So just listening to your body.
I do need to listen quite a bit more. What are your expectations going forward with the show? Because it's already done quite well on the CW17. You've got to be thinking bigger and better things, right?
Yes, absolutely. We're on the road to syndication soon, and then it'll reach even more people. Just reading that one person that I impacted their life, that they were able to, they had enough confidence and faith to run a mile and a half from not feeling like they wanted to go on, was enough. I can't, just touching one person really is. People say that it's really true. If I just touched one person, that would have been enough. But moving forward in the show, just getting that opportunity to reach everyone is absolutely my dream. So that's where we're headed.
Great stuff.
We're headed to change the world.
The Willow joining us in studio. It is AM 1600 WZNZ. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. It is Miller on Sports. You're on Facebook and Twitter as well. She is the Willow. Check out her show weekdays, 7 a.m. on the CW17. Excellent stuff. Are you a sports fan? Do you have it's got to be football, right?
Yes, I really love sports in general. I actually love them all. I love athletes and how they focus their mind, and they have to see the vision. They have to believe in themselves. So I'm a fan of all sports. I like soccer a lot.
And I saw
basketball.
A lot of your photos on Facebook, or maybe just a few on the cover part of it. You were out at the beach. Is that one of your favorite places to have some yoga and practice out there?
Yeah. Sometimes I just practice in the sand without a mat because you can stretch a little further. on the sand. It's pretty nice.
That sounds dangerous for me. Maybe I should start at home. Do you recommend me starting in the living room?
Yes, that's okay on your mat.
She says yes. The Willow right here on Miller on Sports in studio. Fun stuff. Do check out our show weekdays on the CW17, airing every weekday at 7 a.m. The Willow. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed it. Maybe next time I'll get better at yoga. I'll be able to do something here.
Yes, you will. I know it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Joining
you.
us in studio. Find her and the show on Facebook and Twitter. She's the Willow. It is Miller on Sports, always brought to you by the law offices of Ron Scholes. Coming up, we will touch on more